Welcome back to Foundations of Information Technology. And in this section, we're going to be talking about business information systems. And in the previous lecture, we were talking about automated systems, automated information systems, which are used to uh, help in routine tasks and types of things that are done over and over in businesses. And office automation systems have helped to organize and deliver very specific uh, needs that a business has in doing the types of transactions they do, and to operate their business on a day-to-day basis and to increase productivity. Now we want to talk more in terms of business information systems and in terms of functional areas within a business and what a business has to do to accomplish its delivery of its core business. The business operations are information technology and system dependent and interdependent due to functions that are now fully automated and software designed. Just about every frontline business function can now be serviced by customer service representatives and other frontline managers because of integrated software systems that are available to them. And they are designed to merge all of the data points into a seamless database that is then gathered and transported to or transferred to other support units of the business for further processing. So when we look at this topic, we're going to look at each functional information technology system that a business uses to conduct business operations, but in terms of functions within the business and its overall complete system in pieces. Now, we're looking here at very definite parts of a business, okay? We're talking about, for example, production operations or manufacturing, then marketing as a functional piece, and then finance as a function, and accounting as a function, and then human resource management. And how do we have business information systems that run on the information technology to support each one of these elements of business functions? So production, for example, makes a use of what's called computer-aided engineering and computer-aided manufacturing. Sometimes you call this computer-aided design too, CAD and CAM. This is getting into an area here where we think of as robotics. And computers are very helpful in controlling machines and in using the machines to do very precise operations in producing something. And robotics is becoming ever more prevalent in lots of areas of manufacturing. From anything from, as in most all things that have robotics, are very complex in the way they are put together and manufactured. So we're talking about like cars, all the way to integrated circuits, and motherboards, system boards, and almost a production line, assembly line type of thing, where all along the way you have process control elements and material requirements, planning, and knowing also what is coming in at the beginning of the processes and what do we get at the end of the processes and what all do we need along the way to support the manufacture of the widget, whatever it is. A car, some type of machinery, some type of complex instrument, anything that requires precision and a lot of cutting and precision along the way in the design and development of that product and or service is probably in need of computers being involved. Sometimes there's things to do with temperature how long to keep a material or a metal at a certain temperature, how long it should dry, how long it should stay under pressure. These types of things, and computers can be designed to control and measure these things very precisely and keep them in the manner in which they need to be kept, so that everything is done in order and the results are there at the end. So the human element can be there, say, in the control room, where the person is able to observe the manufacturing process as the machinery or the robots conduct all the actual physical labor to put things together. Then there's marketing. Marketing uses computers a lot, business information systems, when it comes to advertising and promotion, marketing management, market research, product management, even sales forecasting, the Salesforce automation. The Salesforce sometimes has to have automated ways in which to record and send in their sales to get them handled properly. And then sales managers also need to have tools and methods to understand the sales force with, and what is selling and what is not selling. So marketing itself can use business information systems to conduct its marketing efforts and its sales efforts in helping the sales force. Finance is a big area too. Now, the finance operation is about managing the available funds for capital investment. And a company or a business is often having to make capital investment decisions, and to manage their actual cash, and to manage their actual debt. It's very important for a business to make financial forecasting and to look at performance analysis and to model the future, if you will, by looking at financing requirements and portfolio management too. This is a way of looking at all of the company's investments and getting all that organized in a way to see where capitalization is for the company, whether it needs to raise money, additional money for additional investment in capital expenditure, so that it can expand its operations. So they have business information systems to support that. Then we also have accounting. Accounting always uses computers to deal with all of its accounts, the money that's coming in and the money that's going out. It has to keep track of this on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, month-to-month, annually, etc., making all kinds of reports for company managers to look at and to make decisions with. You have accounts payable, accounts receivable, budgeting, you have cost accounting, fixed asset accounting, the general ledger, of course, which is a daily thing, the inventory control and management of inventory, shelf life, etc., order processing, payroll, and of course, tax accounting. All of these are very important because this has to do with actual use of money in the business and actual receipt of money. So annual reports, which are balance statements and income statements that show the real health of the company on a quarterly basis, even not just annually, so that managers know where the company is headed and what is happening in each business unit. Because often each part of the business is considered to be its own profit center. So you will have to look at it in terms of whether or not this particular business unit is profitable or not. And then if it's not, you got to go in there and find out why. And computing can be used to do just that, to have all of this information organized in terms of dollars and cents, so that we can measure profitability and performance. Finally, there's human resource management. Human resource management focuses, of course, on the human element. And compensation analysis is a part of this. We have to consider with a very, very large organization like PricewaterhouseCoopers, for example, who has hundreds of thousands of workers, okay, employees, and or even interface with companies and other individuals that don't actually work within the connection of that company, but are on the fringe of that connection. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of different employees in different parts of the world, and you have to look at compensation based on location, geography, things to do with cost of living, expenses, etc. Because wherever they are in the world is a little bit different than where it is here. So employees are also looked at in terms of their skills, the record keeping that's involved on the personnel is important, personnel requirements, forecasting for the future. What are you going to need as you add this unit or add this service or do this new type of manufacturing in this part of the world? What about training and development analysis and governmental reporting? All very much a part of human resource management and the requirements to meet regulations and the law. There are business information systems for doing just this too. So we have all kinds of software packages and software that's designed to help these business functions to be achieved according to the needs and desires of that function. These business information systems are often expensive, and yet they provide a real needed service for businesses. There are ways in which these functions actually overlap too, and you can find that many things in finance are also important to accounting and vice versa. Even things to do with accounting has to overlap into human resource management simply because of payroll and other things that might be going on with employees who are sick or injured on the job. Marketing and sales go hand in hand, but also you want to look at how marketing can impinge on profitability. You have to spend a certain amount of money on marketing and sales. And how do you measure how profitable the money spent is and invested in marketing and sales, brochures, advertising, as well as sales training, etc.? Is it paying off? Is it showing up in the bottom line? So there's all kinds of systems in which we are using business to strengthen our business information systems, to strengthen our ability to manage our businesses. Finally, we might want to think about it in another way too. The business information systems are like financial planning systems and financial control systems. So just another way to look at it and think about it. All the time you're looking at cash flow and plans for cash flow and capital spending plans, annual profit plans, operating budgets, and tax management plans. It's just, again, another way to look at a business information system and what does it do to make our business effective and strengthen our ability to make profits. Financial control systems are crucial to this too. We need to look at a financial statement for what it is. It tells the truth about an organization. What about our availability to have funding and to have capital infusion? What about profits and how do they vary? How do they change from time to time during the year? How do we emphasize things in our sales and marketing efforts to overcome slow periods in business capital budget status, project control, responsibility reports, and tax reserve status. Again, managing each one of these little pieces is integral to the success of the business. You have to control all of them. And the best thing to do is have a business information system that provides this information in a way that helps you as a manager or you as an executive board member to make strategic decisions and also tactical moves that will enable you to deal with issues before they show up or maybe just around the corner. And by having a business information system that provides answers to you so you can develop the right questions to get more answers is certainly the best thing to have and a very competitive way to guide and direct your business. So thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon.